In this exercise, we will learn how to apply effects and presets, and we will create this video. Now go to After Effects, New Composition. I'm gonna set the duration to 24 seconds. Click on OK, right click, import file. I go to exercise 24 and I'm gonna select everything and click on import. Now, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start by creating a white background. To do that, I go to Layer, New, and go to Solid. I'm gonna choose the color right here. I'm gonna choose white. We have the name now, White Solid 1, and I'm gonna click on OK. Now we have white solid. Next, I'm gonna create another solid, this time pink. I can go to Layer, New, Solid, or I can right click here, New, Solid. I click here, I'm gonna choose the color pink. A light shade like this, and I'm gonna click on OK. OK. Another solid now. Layer, New, Solid. This one I'm gonna make it black. Okay, now I have a black solid. I can right click here, New, Solid. This time I'm gonna add a yellow solid. Okay, right click, New, Solid. I'm gonna make it red. Okay. And the last one, New, Solid. I'm gonna make it blue. I'm gonna choose a lighter shade like this and click on OK. And of course, the size matches the size of the comp. We don't need to change anything, and click on OK. Now we have all the solids we need, all the background colors. I'm gonna select them all like this. I'm gonna put the playhead at 4 seconds, and I'm gonna shorten all these layers like this. I'm gonna press shift and I'm gonna make them snap right here, and just like that I made them 4 seconds long. Now I'm gonna take this one, the pink solid. I'm gonna place it right here, press shift, snap it right here. I'm gonna take the black one, shift, I snap it right here. The yellow one, shift, snap it right here. The red one, I move it, shift, I snap it right here. And the blue one, I take it here and shift, I snap it right here. Now we have 6 solids like this. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the logos, starting with the Apple logo, drag and drop here. I'm gonna press Control and I'm gonna snap it exactly in the center of the comp like this. And I'm gonna move to the next logo. First of all, I'm gonna shorten this one. Gonna press shift like this, make it 4 seconds long. I'm gonna put it right here, just above the white solid, like this. Now I'm gonna drag and drop the next logo, L'Oreal, drag and drop like this. I can move the logo like this, press Control and snap it in the middle, or I can use align. Click here, align horizontally and align vertically for more precision. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna shorten this one. Shift, snap it right here. And I shorten it from here. Shift, I make it 4 seconds long. And I'm gonna move it right here. Next, the Nike logo, drag and drop. Click on align horizontally, align vertically like this. Now I'm gonna shorten this. Like this. And I'm gonna move it right here. Next logo, McDonald's, drag and drop, align, put it in the center. I shorten this and this side as well, and I'm gonna put it right here. I move. Now Coca-Cola logo, drag and drop, align horizontally, align vertically, and I'm gonna make this short like this. I'm gonna place it right here. The last one, BMW, drag and drop like this. I place it and I shorten this layer like this, shift, and I make it snap right here. Now we have all the logos with the right background. As you see, I'm gonna add a text. I'm gonna add the slogan of each company, horizontal type tool, and I'll make one click here. I'm gonna write, first of all, I'm gonna change the color to black, and I'm gonna start writing. I'm gonna write think different like this. I'm gonna click 3 times, select everything, and I'm gonna make the text bigger. I'm gonna type 100 here. I'm gonna change the font to Arial, and font style I'm gonna choose regular like this. Now with selection tool, I'm gonna move it. I'm gonna press Control and snap it like this, or you can use align horizontally, make sure it's placed correctly like this. I'm gonna take it a little bit up like this. I'm gonna shorten the layer of the text, shift, I'll make it 4 seconds long, and I'm gonna place it right here. Now I'm gonna duplicate this, Control D. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna place it right here using shift. I make it snap here, and I'm gonna change this to the slogan of L'Oreal. I'm gonna write because you're worth it. I select the text and I'm gonna change the color to white like this. Go to selection tool and I'm gonna place it right here. I'm maintaining control to make it snap in the middle like this. And I'm gonna move to the next, Nike. I'm gonna duplicate this one, Control D. I'm gonna put the copy right here above the Nike layer. I place this right here, shift, I make it snap right here. Gonna put it here under the logo. I'll go to type tool and I'm gonna modify the text. I'm gonna write just do it. Control, I make it snap in the middle like this, or I can use a line, of course. Make sure it's aligned horizontally like this. Now, the next one, McDonald's. I select the text, Control D, duplicate. I put this right here and I move the layer right here. I put it a little bit down right here. And I'm gonna modify the text. All right, I'm loving it. I align it like this horizontally. And I move to the next one. This text, Control D, I duplicate, I move it here, I move it here, I modify the text. I'm gonna write open happiness. And I'm gonna place it right here, align horizontally. Gonna put it a little bit up like this. And now the last one, BMW. I select this text, Control D, I duplicate, I'll put this all the way up. I'm gonna move it right here. Now I'm gonna replace the text. Type tool. I'm gonna write the ultimate. I'm gonna press enter, go to the next line and write driving machine. I go to selection tool, the text is selected. I'm gonna click on paragraph and click on center text like this. And now I'm gonna snap it in the middle using control, or of course you can use align. Click here, align horizontally. It's the same thing. And now we have all the logos, all the slogans with the right background, as you see. I'm gonna start animating the text, but this time using presets. We're not gonna do it manually. We're gonna use the presets that already exist in After Effects. To do that, I go to Effects and Presets. I click here. Of course, if you don't find it here, you go to Window and look for Effects and Presets. Effects and Presets here. I'm gonna click here, toggle this down, Animation Presets. I'll go Text, Animate in. Now I'm gonna drop a preset for the Apple slogan. I'm gonna choose this one. It's called Blinking Cursor Typewriter Console. I drag and drop like this. And now let's play. This is nice. I can click on the text, press U to see the keyframes. I see 2 keyframes here. If I want the animation to start earlier, I can always move the keyframes like this. And now it starts earlier. I can make the animation last longer or make it slower by moving this keyframe like this. And now you notice it's very slow. I'm not gonna do that. Control Z to go back. I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna move to the next. I select this text because you're worth it. And I'm gonna look for a preset called fade up words. This one. Drag and drop. And now let's play. I think this looks nice. Notice the animation started exactly where the playhead is. If I undo this, Control Z, and I want the preset to start from here, and I drag and drop, fade up words like this, and I press U, I notice the first keyframe is right here, and the animation is gonna start from here. We can modify it, of course. I can make it a little bit slower if I want to, like this. Control Z, I want to do that. And I'm gonna move to the next text, just do it. This time I'm gonna choose opacity flicker in. I'm gonna place the playhead right here. Opacity flicker in, drag and drop. And now if we play, I think this looks nice. I'm gonna press U to bring all the keyframes. I'm gonna select all the keyframes and make them start from the beginning, like this. I think this looks nice. Now I'm gonna move to the next. McDonald's, I'm loving it. I select the text and I'm gonna look for the preset spin by word. I drag and drop like this. Let's see what we get. I press U, select the keyframes. I'm gonna place them right here. I think this looks good. I'm gonna make it a little bit faster. Let's see what we get. And I'm gonna apply motion blur from here. I click. Let's see what you get now. I think this looks good. Now go to the next. Open happiness. I select the text and I'm gonna choose slow fade on, drag and drop like this. I think this looks very nice. Now the last one. I'm gonna choose slide and pop in. I make sure the text is selected and drag and drop like this. I think this looks nice. I press U. I'm gonna move the keyframes a little bit here. Control Z, I'm gonna undo that. I think this looks better. Wait for some time and then the text comes in like this. And now we are done with the animation of the text. I can click away. If I press L, I toggle everything up like this. Now I'm gonna apply effects to the logos, starting with the Apple logo. I select the image and I go to effects and presets. This time I'm gonna search for some effects. I'm gonna search for the effect fill. I type fill right here, and I'm gonna choose this effect right here, fill, generate fill, and I'm gonna drag and drop like this. And this effect allows me to color any object with any color I want. I can choose the color from here. I click and I'm gonna choose the color gray. Okay, I'm gonna go back to type tool. I'm gonna select the text like this, and I click on the eyedropper. I'm gonna steal the same color of the logo, the gray color. Click, and now the text has the same color as the logo. This is exactly what we wanted. Let's play. This looks very nice. Next, L'Oreal. I'm gonna apply an effect. I go to effects and presets. I delete the text here, fill, and I'm gonna type gradient. I look for color gradient, for color gradient, and I drag and drop like this. And now, as you see, we have a gradient made of 4 colors. I can move these colors like this. And of course, I can also change the colors. Gonna change this yellow to white, this green to like pink, or maybe purple. And you can move the color as you wish, of course, like this. And blue, I'm gonna make this a light blue. I click on OK. I think I'm gonna change this to red, or maybe a dark shade of pink, like this. And I think this looks good. I think this looks fine. I'll move to the next. The Nike logo, effects and presets, and I'm gonna look for the effect glow. Stylize glow. I drag and drop, and now we get a glow effect. I'm gonna make it more intense. I go to glow radius, and I'm gonna choose 50. Press enter, and now, as you see, the effect is much stronger now. If I want to deactivate an effect here in the effect controls, I can click here. Now it's deactivated. I click again, and now it's activated. I'm gonna move to the next. McDonald's. I'm gonna add an effect called drop shadow. I write drop shadow. Here we have perspective, drop shadow. I drag and drop on the logo like this, and we get this shadow effect. I go to distance. I'm gonna make the distance bigger, like this. I increase it to up to 30. I think this looks good. We can change the direction of the shadow if we want to. Control Z. I'm not gonna do that. Like this. And we can change the opacity of the shadow. We can make it more transparent, like this. We decrease the opacity, or we can increase the opacity like this. Control Z to go back. I'm gonna leave it at 50. And I'm gonna move to the next. Coca-Cola. This time I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna animate the effect. I go to effects and presets. I'm gonna apply a blur effect. All right, blur, and look for Gaussian blur. This is the effect we use the most to apply blur. Drag and drop like this. And here we have blurriness. I'm gonna set this to 50. Now we see the logo is not clear at all. I'm gonna place the playhead right here. I'm gonna click on the stopwatch right here, blurriness. Now we have, I'm gonna type U. We have a new keyframe, blurriness 50. I'm gonna move the playhead a little bit like this. And I click, I'm gonna change the value to 0. Press enter, and now we have a second keyframe. And if I play, you see the animation, how it goes from blurry to sharp. I think this looks nice. I can move the keyframes, of course. I can make it slower if I want to. And I'm gonna move to the last logo, the last effect I'm gonna add. I delete this. I'm gonna look for light sweep. This one. I drag and drop on the logo like this, and we get this light effect. As you see, I can change the direction like this. I'm gonna keep it at 45. I can move the light like this from here, or we can move it by changing these values. Same thing. I'm gonna increase the intensity. I'm gonna try 30. Sweep intensity, let's try 50. We have here width. I can make it wider if I want to. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna keep the intensity at 50. I'm gonna place the center right here. I wait for the text to appear, and then I'm gonna animate the light sweep. Wait for the text to appear. I place the playhead right here. I'm gonna click here on the stopwatch. I'll move the playhead a little bit, and I'm gonna move the center now like this, and now we get this animation. I can press U. I can make it slower if I want to by moving the keyframes like this. This is too slow, I think. And I think this looks nice. Now I'm gonna play the entire animation. The exercise now is finished. You go do the same, and don't forget to save.